unusual one-eye affliction in the late great movie Goddess, where one eye is always slightly different to the other, which I hadn't noticed after 40 years. Had not observed this till a couple of years ago, quite recently, and from this particular photograph, but it's apparent, particularly in final years. And my name is Patricia Gilligan, and I live at number 3, 34 to 36 Henry Street, Leichhardt, in the city of Sydney, in the country of Australia. You know, everything, as they say, is frequency, vibration and energy. Sound is a frequency, vibration and energy. Negative, artificial, or even just sounds at a psychological but also at a real physical level, especially on a continual basis around you every day, cause mental and physical deterioration, or you're at a very poor state in comparison to what you would be without these sight and sound effects, which are essentially anti-life and anti-human, and that's exactly what they're meant to be, because that's the times we live in now, where you know, it's a technological age, but so the use of communication with the advanced technology means that you can have these patrol, anti-life, anti-human programs set up in the big cities, and anywhere really, but the cities give them much more ability to stage, set up work productions, more civilian patrollers that are essentially like a, say, you know, stalkers that are trying to invade your and take your you know, your human privacy from you, but also, you know, disturb you mentally and just generally make it so that you don't have any life of your own. You're like, they're making their existence your life, and they're taking your life from you while they do this. It's, you know, that's how it is. I think yeah, I'll just stop it here because they turn the sound up and down according to what you're doing. They have these, because it's all part of the powers that be, shall we say, or the the ones that control every work situation, and even, well, basically every work situation, or every situations where everyone is dependent on the city for their survival. So these programs are using the androids' nature, which is essentially relatively anti-life, even though of course they imitate real life and pretend to be the most human life. This is part of this reverse world, this reverse game, this endgame deception, but also it's the what they call, or in the terminology of more religious types of beliefs, it is where you have the false god. In other words, everyone and everything is representing itself as a false god, but people will think that it is the real God, just as they will believe the androgyne beings and think they're, humans, but they don't have humanity in them. They don't relate to life. They don't care for life. They are, psychopaths in human form, even though technically speaking, not all of them would be humans that are, either genetically or environmentally conditioned to be psychopathic. And even these terminologies are part of the deception, because many of these conditions are a camouflage, I think, sometimes for a different species. We know that there are different types of humans. In other words, there are artificially intelligent machine beings. Of course, most people don't realise that they're in a highly advanced form in the actual reality, because everything that human beings are presented with is always a long time behind what is actually openly accepted, but it's still in production. It's still being used, and it's still in operation, but they do it in a human experimental form, like they're doing on random isolated human beings in the city of Sydney in the country of Australia. Okay. At least we know that, I know that Marilyn was an actress, a very great actress in her public and private life, because the two are intertwined, all part of the false image. But that's true of all actors. to be seen and heard at all times, we're told. And they are. Running out of recording here, so unfortunately if it gets louder I won't be able to pick it up or record it. It doesn't matter, it's just sound samples, daily sound samples.